All right, folks, here we go. What I want to do is sort of take you through that process of planning and talking about supports and all that, just to give you some more ideas about how I'm asking you to do what you're doing. So let's go to our Blackboard site. I don't want to do this with grades 3 and grades 4 because y'all are working on grades 3 and grades 4, and I don't want to take any more of your ideas. So I'm going to go backwards, right? I'm going to go back to our kindergarten through second grade lesson. So I'm going to go to the What When guide, kind of take a look at what do I want to teach. Let's go with second grade because a lot of us focused on kindergarten and maybe a little bit of first grade because those kids seem kind of scary to us. So I'm going to look at second grade and say, all right, what are some of the things that I want to teach in second grade? Well, I know that I definitely want to teach Takadimi or Tika Tika. That's going to be one of my really big rhythmic elements because it's really setting the stage for a lot of stuff that I'm going to do in third grade and beyond. So what I need to decide is, do I want to prepare that or do I want to practice that as though they already know it? Well, if I'm being honest, I usually teach that towards the beginning of the year. So if I'm imagining that this is the middle-ish of the year, maybe I already have that. Maybe I'm getting to the idea of I've already presented it and I want to start practicing it. Well, if I've got Tika Tika or Takadimi or Wanianda or Tafatefe, whatever it happens to be, I'm going to want to choose a melodic element or something else, an articulation element, something that is not related to time. So maybe do or re or the position of notes on the staff or something like that. I don't know. So maybe how about do? That might be the thing that I want to do. So I'm going to practice Tika Tika or Takadimi and prepare do. So some of the things that I'm going to need to do then are decide, all right, we're going to work in melody. Very first thing, highlight that, and I'm going to deal with rhythm. All right, so the things that my students are already going to know are going to be, as far as rhythmic goes, they're going to know beamed eighth notes. Well, they already know Tika Tika or Takadimi. They're practicing it. So students know that's ITS. There we go. So they know that. They are already aware of that. Where do I want to go for my concepts? I think I'm going to go to the Bergathon scope and sequence. So the one that we're going to have for, this is still in level 1/level 2, right? Because second graders are kind of on the border of those two things. Some of these are going to be the same. So I'm going to look at individual sounds, or there we go. Individual sounds or silences within a rhythmic line may be longer than, shorter than, or the same as the underlying pulse. Because I want the idea of, hey, there are 4 sounds on this one heartbeat. We know that. Great. All right, so let me head back to my Word document. And then that's going to be my rhythm one. And for melody, what am I looking for? Well, which one is it? What do I want to say about melody? Or what do I really want them to know? Series can move up, down, or stay the same. No. Series of pitches may move up or down by skips or steps. That kind of makes sense to me because we're not quite at the point where I'm working on key with that, or that they belong together forming like a tonal set. I'm not at the place where I've got scale yet. I kind of want just that they can move up or down by skips or steps. I'm just learning a different one. So yeah, there we go. And we want the idea that it is lower than me. It's going to be lower than me. So back here, this is the other one I want. So that's my melodic concept. And this is just me wanting things to be the same because I'm anal retentive. There we go. All right, so students know Takadimi and its symbolic representation because we're practicing that. They are already going to practice it. And then, so we've got Takadimi. There we go. They know it. Cool. Or we could even call it, well, I don't know if I would call it that yet. I might not. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. But what do they know in relation to the melodic thing that we're working on? Well, they already know. There we go. Students are familiar with the solfege syllables and hand signs for so, mi, la. Students have sung a number of songs with do, but have not yet drawn attention to it because we're in the preparation stage, right? So we're prepping it. So the students are going to know Takadimi. They're going to know so, mi, la. We want them to know things about higher than, higher thank, higher than, lower than. All right. Now, what do I want them to be able to do? What are the activities that I want them to do that are related to that? They know Takadimi and its symbolic representation. Well, what are some of the ways that students can practice Takadimi or that they can practice? I could have them create, right? When I have students create things, it means that they are aware of how to do it so well. That's like late practice. We've done a lot of creating things or ordering of things or whatever. What might I want to do with them that is not just a regular old create? Maybe I want to have them listen and dictate something instead. So instead of creating, I want them to hear something and then write it down. So if that's the case, students will be able to write down 4-beat patterns. Let's have accurately. Write down. I might want a different verb for that, but we'll see. Write down 4-beat patterns that contain okay, so that's something that I want them to do. I want them to accurately write down 4-beat patterns that contain quarter note, eighth note, and 16th note durations. Does that tell me everything that I need to know if I'm a substitute teacher? Sort of. It doesn't really say how that's going to happen or what I'm going to do. Maybe as they're clapped by the teacher, students will write down 4-beat patterns that contain quarter note, eighth note, and 16th note durations. So that makes more sense, I think. That tells the person who's reading it, oh yeah, that's what's going to happen. That's how we're going to do it. It's not going to be played on another instrument. There's, no computer file that I need to look for or something. That's where it is. Okay. So that means one of the things that I'm going to need pencils. Them kids gonna need some pencils, right? You know what else they're gonna need? Worksheets that I'm gonna collect and take up from them. How many kids do I have? Well, we'll say we'll have 24. So pencils, worksheets. All right. That seems okay so far. I don't think I need anything else for that learning objective. So, what do I want to do as far as that high do and that low do? Or rather, that low do. That's what I'm working on. I'm going to go to the Holy Names Kodai site and see if I can find something, because all of my books are upstairs, and see whether or not I can find tone set. My melodic element that I'm looking for is do. So let's see if I can find one that's got that. I love Black Snake. It's a great song. No, I don't think that that's what I want, because I want do to occur someplace where they can pick it out, right? So that doesn't work. Someplace where it's easily isolatable, right? That's what we talked about. Da 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 da. The way that has it written down. Da 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 da. Maybe. The way that they have it written. Let's see, the one that we have in class. I see the moon and the moon sees me. God bless the moon and God. No, I don't like that. It's still not isolatable enough for me. Maybe I'm a butt, but I don't like it. Nope. Everywhere. It's all over the place. Ickle. That's a fun one just for one do on the last pitch. The whole thing. Awesome. That's what I want. I want something like that. So, Ickle seems like a really good one that I can look at. So, what do I want to have them do with that? What did I say? Or did I say what I wanted to do with it? I haven't said yet what I want. So, they've sung a number of songs with do, but they haven't drawn attention to it. So, how am I going to have them do it? Well, I could have them describe to me which sound or which word in the song has the thing that we haven't listened to. On what word of the song is the lowest pitch? What sounds lowest? Or do we have, oh no, because I don't want to tell them, right? I don't want to tell them that it's lowest. I want them to tell me that it's low. So how can I set up the experience in a way that lets them tell me what it is? Well, do they have the knowledge that they need for everything else? Let's look. So they've got so me so me so me lo so me me do. We just got that low do, just the one. They have everything else that's right. So if I'm going to have them do this, and we so would have done this at some point, because it's a pick-me song, right? And I love to teach kids pick-me songs because they do all sorts of activities that have them picking each other, pick a knit, pick the person who's going to go next, whatever it is. And although those are fun for rhythms and everything, I like the ones where you can sing them. So hopefully they would have known that by now. So let's look here. They also know Ickle. So they're going to know that. Now, how do I want them to talk to me or describe to me that low note? I want them to know it. So what sorts of activities can I put them through in order to do that? Or what one activity could I put them through? Well, when we think about prepare, we've got orally preparing, we've got physically preparing, and we've got visually preparing. Now, if I'm at the very beginning stage, I'm going to want like physical, right? I'm going to want them to make a movement or tell me where the different thing is happening. If I'm getting closer to present, Ickle is a song that I might use to present because it just has it the one time. But I still don't want to present. I want them doing something. So you know what? If this is like late prepare, getting ready for present, I could have the students will be able to sing Ickle Ockle and use hand signs for known pitches and a and a created body movement for the unknown pitch, which in this case is do, right? So this would still be early prepare. They'll sing Ickle Ockle and use hand signs for so and me and la because they know those and have been practicing them. But I want them to create a body movement for the unknown pitch and say, all right, make sure that that body movement matches what the pitch is doing. So the one thing that I might need then is something that has Ickle Ockle on it somewhere. So I might want to have an Ickle Ockle PowerPoint or Word document or something, right? So let's go ahead and just make one for giggles. I know y'all are probably like, what, Soja? But I just want you to see how long this actually takes me when I do it. So if we've got Ickle Ockle, what I want to do is make some lines, right? Because they'll know so, me, and la already. So let's do inserting and let's put in a shape. I want y'all to see how I do the stuff that I do. I want a line. Me a line. You got one there. All right. Yoink. We're going to format this line, format the shape. I want it to be a black color and I want it to be thicker. Is that 5 point? That's not big enough. That ain't thick enough for me, friend. Here we go. Come on. There we go. 3.5. That's good. All right. Now, Control C or Command C if you're using a Mac. Command V. There you go. 1. See if you can get them to line up. If it's going to do that for me today, maybe it won't. Whatever. Make them as even as you can make them. They're kids. You want it to be as good as it can possibly be. Make it your best. But, don't kill yourself, all right? Don't kill yourself trying to make something perfect for second graders who are going to look by it. But they do notice everything because they're children, and their entire purpose in life is sometimes to be the kid that notices the thing. And then one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I want to do is I'm going to put in a little text box. I'm going to put in a text box where you be. Insert. Text box. All through here. Maybe. I don't know. All right. Where do we want so and me to be? So, me, do. Or so, me, do. Let's bring it down. Bring it down, y'all. All right. I'm going to switch over to one of my little hand sign fonty dealies, right? This one. And I need big. Let's turn it big. 32. Let me see if I can find so. I don't know where it is. We're going to try. Please be here. Be cool. Nope. Nope. That's me. That's an I. Eek. Hey, so. Here we go. So you've got so. Shh. So. I'm going to leave some space for so, me. So, me. So, me. So, me. Well, so. Ah, I might not have enough space. Y'all, I might have to make this smaller. I don't love that. But guess what? We can do it. It won't be that hard. Whoa, what'd I do? All right. Bring it back, bring it back. Let's make it a little smaller. Why did I just do that? Y'all, now you see what I go through. All right, so. Me. So, me. So. Me, la, so, me, so, me, so, me, do. All right, so, so, I'm a dork. Okay, anyway, another text box. Let's put in another text box. And put these things in the right place. That's the thing. You just got to put it in the right spot. And we were at 24. So, me. There we go. So. Bring it back. Bring it back. Me. So. Me. Bring it back one more. Me. La. So. Me. Stop. Sorry, y'all. Oh my goodness. That is a hot mess. Whoop. What? Don't you turn my me into a may? Be like that. You know what I'm talking about. So, me, me, so, me, so, me. I'll put the law in, I promise. So, me. Back up. So. Me, so, me. And then we're gonna have a big ol' honkin' question mark. We want a big ol' honkin' question mark. We gotta figure it out. Don't forget about the law. Put the law in there. Law. Where's my law? Give me a law. Shape. Nope. Text box. That's what I want because this is text. Yoink. We want that little music sticky bit. I don't know which one's law. It's not that one. You? Nope. Ray. Doe. Poop. Law. There we go. Now I need to put it where it belongs, right? It doesn't belong on a space. Gimme. It belongs on the line. And I need to put it there because that's where it belongs. Still feels a little scunchy, right? Just a little bit. Like these are very close together. Maybe I could zhuzh this over a little bit and that would help. And then put a couple more spaces in there. That makes it look a little bit more visually correct. And then, golly, this bothers me about Max sometimes is that it's always in, out, in, out. All right, so, me, so, me, so, me, so, me, so, me, so, me, question mark, big old giant honking question mark that we need. So let's insert another text box. Huge question mark. We want 54. Oh, it's not that big. You know what? I don't like that. I want it to be bigger. Bigger. 64. That was not that much bigger. Oops, 112. Okay, getting a little bit closer to where we need to be. All right, so what happens? Where does it go, right? So if the kids can do this on solfa with their hand signs, now they're going to come up with something else. They're going to come up with something else. So now I've got my little PowerPoint. So I don't want that. Do I need any CD tracks or anything? I do not. So what do I want to have the students do? What I'm definitely going to have them do for sure is I am going to have students, I'm going to have to clap. So for this part of the lesson, this would not be the first thing that I do in a lesson. First off, if that's what I wanted to do, I'd be like, yeah, we need to do something else first. Sing a song, play a game, maybe do something that might be related or might include a song that has 16th notes or takadimi in it. That gets them ready for listening to that sort of thing. But what I am going to want to do is have students either take their seats or have some sort of procedure for passing out clipboards or whatever it is they're working in, because most of the time we don't have desks in the elementary classroom, right? So either students are working, they're turned around on their chairs if you happen to have chairs, or if you have clipboards or whatever. So teacher, or assign students to assist. Kids love to be the one that helps you. Something that can help with classroom management here is if you have a kid who's been trying really hard to earn their stripes and like earn back good behavior. One of the ways to do that is to give them a position of trust. Hey, you want to help me by doing X, Y, and Z? A lot of times kids do love to do that. It can actually be a reward for kids. So, yay. All right, so that's one of the first things that you're going to do. I don't like when it does that, and I don't want this bold. Teacher explains to students that they will listen to 4-beat All right, so, there we go, worksheets. I want to make sure I had that. So in what ways can I help support my learners? What are the ways in which I can make this easy for them? Well, some of the things that I can do, right, is to I can provide a rhythm bank. So if I know that my choices are going to be, I don't want sticks. Can I get the same things here? We'll see. No, these are just sticks. So I'm going to go to the other font. We've got another one. Sorry, guys. Where'd it go? Music ed. Pew, 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 pew. That's the one. All right, so I know I'm going to use these ones. I'm going to use quarter notes. Sorry, guys. Have you ever not known what you were doing? How do I get 4? It's not it. That ain't it. What's 3? Nope. Da, ba, ba. Hey, there we go. All right, so I can provide a rhythm bank that's something that I can do. That's going to help all of my students, probably, right? Like, if there's a kid that gets stuck, I'm just looking for rest. Oh, oh no. There we go. Let's see if I can find rests. Rest? Rest? Maybe? Nope. Yoink. Sorry, guys. Oh no! Stop turning that into a rest. I don't know, y'all. Well, maybe we're just not going to use rests. So, if I provide a rhythm bank for everybody, that helps everybody have a reference point. That's like, even if I have somebody who is struggling or has a gap, maybe they're not quite there yet, at least it lets them know what their choices are. I feel like maybe we've talked about that somewhere. Where could we have talked about that? Probably here in these learning theories somewhere abouts. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Learning theories in music. I still reference this thing, guys. I still look at it. When I create lesson plans for y'all and I do this, I look. I'm like, whoa, wait, hold on. What? Which one am I doing here? What's happening? So we're not in like a stage or, no, we're not there. Not really in Sosniak. No, we're not there. Play, socialization, What we might be doing is doing a little bit of Vygotsky scaffolding, right? What might be happening here, and I know I didn't have scaffolding on here, but one of the things that Vygotsky scaffolding, remember when we talked about that cone? Or pyramid type of thing where we said, oh yeah, what can the student do unaided and what can they do with some guidance? Well, we're in a place where we know that these kids can do some of this, without us. But maybe there's some area with some guidance. Maybe we have most of our kids who can do this without me and without having anything else. But maybe for that one or two kids who might need something to hang on to, we're going to use some scaffolding here. So that rhythm bank, the support that we're using there is Vygotsky's scaffolding. So we're providing a support that helps some learners not be able to maybe get the whole thing. So students should write down what they hear. Something else that you can do is make sure that you do an example. I would always do an example with students and probably do it each one 3 or 4 times at a relatively slow tempo. So if I'm going to give this to somebody who, is going to have to teach this, and I'm not there, well, I'm going to probably spell that out for them. How about we say, let's look at a metronome online. About how fast or how slow? That's pretty fast. I don't even think I can clap 16th notes that fast. 60. So if I do ba, ta, tak, taka-dee-me ta, ta-dee, taka-dee-me ta, taka-dee-me, taka-dee-me ta, ta. Right, okay, there we go. So, take that off. So I want 60 beats per minute, or right around there. I want to make sure that whoever is teaching this, that they know that. Students should write down what they hear. Teacher should do an example with students for practice. Clap each rhythm. Let's see 4 times. 4. 4. BPM. Right, does that tell you what you need to know? Students should write down what they hear using symbolic notation, right? We want them to do it with the note heads and stuff. So students should write down what they hear using symbolic notation. Teacher should do an example with students for practice and clap each rhythm 4 times at approximately 60 beats per minute. So that lets, the students know, okay, this is what I expect of you. It gives them enough time. Essentially, we're giving them the opportunity to focus on each beat of a 4-beat rhythm. So if we have ta, ta, di, taka, di, mi, ta, they can say, okay, the first time I'm going to focus on beat 1. What do I hear on beat 1? Second time, there's beat 2. Okay, third time, I can focus on beat 3. Fourth time, beat 4. Okay, not all kids will do that, but maybe some kids will. All right, so that pretty much, that does it. Now, should we have them grade it? Do I just want to take it up? How do I want to do that? Maybe I could have a copy of the worksheet myself. How would I want to do that for kids? How would I want to do that for my second graders? Let's take a look at what I would want that even to look like. Y'all, I really am. I'm taking you all the way through this. Taking you all the way through it. So something that I'm going to want to do is have them put their name, right? And I hate the layout, the margins on most things. They're too small for me. Name. And probably for me, I'm going to want to put class. If I am an elementary music teacher, I want to keep track of my class. That could either be Mrs. Jones or 4B or whatever it happens to be, right? Write down the rhythms that you hear using let's switch over here, use our correct things. We've got quarter note. Oh, we want to make that bigger. That's not quite big enough. We want to have quarter note. Where'd you go? Come here. Quarter note. Woo! Make a space. Make a space. Why? Oh, it's bolded. When you bold it, it puts an accent on it. Y'all, that's funny. All right, so take the bold off using quarter note, eighth note, and we want 16ths. How in the world did I do that before? Duh. There we go. So write down the rhythms that you hear using these things. Let's go back to Calibri that we were using before. And what were we in? 14? Yeah. Oh, I'm still in music ed fonts. Y'all, did you see that? It's crazy. All right, let's go back to Calibri again. 14. Okay. So let's have our example. And here's how I think I want them to do it. Let's get rid of this. Shush, why is everything coming up? Oh no. All right, so what I probably want to have them do is I'm going to insert some shapes. Let's have little rectangles. Okay, let's format that shape. We don't want it filled. We want no fill. But we want to look at our shadow, reflection. No. We want to talk about the line. We want a solid line. We want a slightly thicker line. Do I have what I want? I do, but it's blue. Go back. I don't want it to be blue. It's not that I don't like blue, y'all. It's just that schools get a little persnickety when sometimes you use up their color printers. So, do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go see if we can put them in line. 1, 2. And what you can do is use the ruler on the top to sort of get it how you want it and make sure that everything's in line or whatever it is that you're doing. So for me, if I'm still using, and I know for my part, I am definitely still using things where these kids are using hearts or, whatever the thing is. Can I get a heart? Can a woman get a heart somewhere up in here? Can I get one? Got one in Wingdings. Does Wingdings have a heart, guys? Because that would be super great. Wingdings, Wingdings. We got Wingdings, y'all. Oh, I want this down here. Nope. Undo. Redo. Redo. Okay. I need... Y'all see how difficult this can get sometimes for me? It's not just you. All right, now put all that over. Put all that up here. You know what I'm going through, folks? There's our example. Now, once you make this is the thing. You only make it one time. Don't make more work for yourself than you need, because that is dumb. All right, let's see if we can get Wingdings again. See if I can find me a heart. We've got... Nope. We had Scorpio, though. That was cool. Yeah, y'all. How do I get these hearts when I get them? How about this? How about we pull one of these? Heart, clip art, images. How about we pull one of those? Y'all give me a heart. That's what I want. Okay, that's what I'm doing. So we're going to go to it. Clip art. Save image as. Heart. Put it in downloads. Yippity-dee. Alright. Whoop. Go back where you belong. We're going to insert picture from file. Downloads, where I had this heart. Y'all can see I've been working. See all my other little pictures. That's giant. So, format is your friend, y'all. Ooh, why won't you do that for me? Okay, so what we want to do is click on this. We're going to picture format. We're going to allow text wrapping and all that good stuff, but I still need you to come here. Do what I ask you to do, if you would, please. You're not going to do it. All right. That's okay. We're going to use... We're going to use our brains. Come here. Okay, y'all. Can I get one less? One less. One more there. One more space is what I mean, y'all. Okay, now that I have all this stuff, here's what I want to do. I want to see if I can go through and group these things. An even easier thing after I'm doing it now is to say, you know what we could have done? We could have simply 3, 4. We're going to group these together. There's our example. Our kids can mark that in, right? We could have done this in PowerPoint and had it be a little bit easier. And then we could have just pasted it in. So let's say we've got 4 of them. They had their example, and now we're going to do, but this is grouped. Come on, y'all. Copy. Paste. I'm going to move it over so that it's not in our way. And then let's see if we can do all these together. And if you're wondering how I'm doing this, it is essentially, no, it's not going to let us, by clicking control a lot. We're going to have to do this not with tabs necessarily. Y'all can see what I'm doing as far as spaces and things are lining up. Yoink. Too much. You can turn all of that off. See, right there. All right, so that helps a little bit. So there's number 1. I wish I could get this to group all together because that would be pretty rad, but that's not going to work. See, all it does is elongate that. And these, unfortunately, will not allow me to group them together, and it is making me a sad bunny. It's just a lot easier if you do it that way. But we make this a couple times, right? We make this 3 times, 4 times, whatever it is. And if we need to make it smaller, we make it smaller. But there is our worksheet. So make sure that you have that. Now, do we want to go over that as a class? Is that something that we want to do, like where I have that and then I can fill it in on the smartboard? Well, yeah, I think after you take it up, I think the kids would want to know that. So, teacher and students. Ooh, how about teacher has students collect, student or students, so we might need then, we'll need a computer with a projector. We needed one before, but I forgot to put it on there. And then a smartboard so that you can write the answers in. Okay, so what do we have here? We have got an assessment because as they are clapped by the teacher, students will accurately write down 4-beat patterns that contain quarter note, eighth note, and 16th note durations. So what are you going to be looking for as the teacher? I mean, you're going to check this later when they're done for good. But as you walk around and you look at people, you're going to be like, hey, are the students notating the rhythms accurately? So is that what they're doing? Hopefully. We hope they are. If we're at practice point, they should be. And fills, reviews, answers to dictation, and fills in on board. So there we go. We've got that. We can also have the students clap them back. You can also have students fill it in too. All right, so by doing that, what else are they doing? What's happening? Are we supporting our learners while we have them do that? Well, sure. We've just done some, son of a gun. So how are we supporting our learners? By going over it and writing it up visually. Well, let's go back to our PowerPoint. Let's see, what do we have? Constructivist, social learning theory, reinforcement theory. Children watch and listen to parents, teachers, and they emulate behaviors. We may have something where we're modeling for them, right? That's something that's happening here. Learning style theories, not so much. Gardner, no. But we do have Barbie and Swassing where we have visual, auditory, and tactile kinesthetic. So in this case, we are sort of using Barbie and Swassing, and a little bit of Bandura. So we're modeling. What? Excuse me. Sorry. Times. We're in times. Heavens. All right, so we've got modeling, and we also have that is not supposed to happen. You are supposed to stay there. That's supposed to be a locked column width. I don't know. Y'all, so we had, what did we have? What did I just say? We had modeling, which is Bandura. We also have visual. And let's go ahead and do that. Kinesthetic. So who says those things? Bandura. And then we have Barbie and Swassing. So these things are supports that we're using for our students. Some students just do better when they have the information represented visually and orally and kinesthetically, not just one way, all of them. All right, so how about then ickle-ockle? We've got to have that. So is there anything that we have? How can I tie it over? Is there any way I can do that? Let's look at ickle-ockle and see. There's something on da, 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 da. I've got 4 beats. Da, 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 da. What if I had ta-dee, ta-dee, ta, ta-dee, 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 ta. Ta-dee, 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 ta, 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 ta. Is there anything that I could do? Ta-dee, ta-dee, ta, ta-dee, 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 ta. Right? Can anybody guess what song I'm singing? Ta-dee, ta-dee, ta, ta-dee, 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 ta. They might be able to tell you, oh, it's ickle-ockle. And if it's not, you just tell them, okay, it's ickle-ockle. You know, whatever. Ugh, ickle-ockle. There we go. So we want to have them sing it first before we ask them to notice anything. Have them sing it on words. Have the students, maybe tell the students first. On so. That might be good. We're setting up a musical problem solving. Figure it out. Well, who says musical problem solving? That's very engaging. And one of the ways in which we engage our students is giving them a musical problem to solve. That's very much a constructivist problem solving. That is what we're giving them here. I've got a problem. I need you to help me. And that's very much a Johansson, Bruner, and Wiggins thing. They all say, yo, there's a problem. Kids end up getting engaged in a task when they know that there's something that they have to figure out. So tell the students that the song starts on so and be like, all right, can you figure it out? What are you doing? Hey, let's also, they're singing. Let's make sure that we do that. They're singing. They had to listen, right? And They're probably going to use some inner hearing while they do that. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so they're figuring some of that stuff out. Okay, ask them what the rest of them are. Give them a little bit. Maybe 90 seconds. See if they can figure it out. If they know that it starts on so. Have students sing ickle, ockle using solfa syllables. Stop before the last note. We want them to stop before the last note because we're going to pay attention to that last note, right? That's what we want them to do. They're going to use the hand signs for the known pitches, and then they're going to create a body movement for the unknown pitch. So we're also going to use problem solving for that. Say, do it, correct if necessary, right? If the students need to correct it, say they have, a law in the wrong place or they don't pick up law or something like that. See if you guys can, get it. Correct it if you need to. All right. We know we have a new note. This is where we show the PowerPoint with hand signs. We just made that. All right, so correct if necessary, show the ickle hand signs. There's a little bit of what we're doing in here where we want them to use the appropriate hand signs. So are students using the appropriate hand signs? Hopefully. All right, tell the students you have a problem. We have a new note in ickle, ockle, and we need a body movement to show where the pitch is. So we need a new body movement to show where the pitch is. Take several suggestions from the class and have them do each as a whole class. So are the students coming up with a body sign that shows that the last pitch, do, is low? Are they doing a low movement? That's what we want to know, right? That's the thing. That's also, we're going to have a little bit of kinesthetic in here. Okay, let's bring this up. That the last pitch is do. This drives me batty, so I've got to get rid of some of this stuff so that it goes where it belongs, because it drives me nuts to have it. There we go. All right, so what language demands are we having the students take care of here? What are we doing? Well, they are dictating or notating. What do we want to say? It's called like rhythmic dictation. So let's do dictating or notating. Oh, butts down. There we go. So we've got dictating or notating. What's the other thing we want them to do? They're also creating. The vocabulary that they're using is, well, lower, for sure. Sol, mi, la. They're also using takadimi, ta, di, since I'm a butt. Sorry, guys. And syntax. Are they doing syntax or discourse from this one? Well, they're kind of doing syntax because they are not really describing how they know that something is here. They're just putting it where it belongs. So in this case, rhythmic dictation is sorting the symbolic notation do I want to say sorting, is using symbolic notation for each beat. So that's kind of what they're doing there. Well, what are the North Carolina Essential Standards that we're going with here? This is going to be like a second grade. So what do I get from second grade? We've got use standard notation to notate half notes, quarter notes, half and quarter rest, beamed eighth notes. We're going to use this even though it kind of doesn't go with what we have. I mean, we're using something that's more advanced, so we're going to use this anyway. And we're going to put it here because it is second grade, even though we're using Takadimi, but we're still going to put it here. And then which objective does that go with? That goes with number 1. So to make it clear, objective 1, I've put it in there. I've made it clear as day. You can't screw it up when you label it, right? So we're going to go to the second one. What's the second one that I want them to do? Well, we're working with using accurate pitch to sing 3-pitch patterns. Meh. Yes, but we're not really doing that. What are we doing? Meh. Right? Applying problem-solving strategies to improve musical technique. No, that's not it. We're not improving our technique in any way, shape, or form. We are execute the performance of major scale tones using the voice. That's okay. I don't have a problem with using that. I'm not bothered. So we can put that there. 3.ml.1.2. We can always find something that is a little better. We can go to a basic standard and go to apply the elements of music and musical techniques in order to sing and play music with accuracy and expression. You can always go to the anchor standard and use that if you need to. But for right now, we're going to use that one. So what they going to do? What are they going to do in a follow-up lesson? Where are we going to go from here? Well, I'm probably going to want to eventually have my students creating, not just dictating. Students will be able to create 4-beat rhythms using quarter note, eighth note, and 16th note durations. And then what I want them to be able to do with do is students will be able to identify do in songs that contain the pitch. That's something that we're going to do. Will it be the very next class? No, but it might be later. So let's revise that. Students will be able to identify do. Meh. They will be able to, what do I want to do? If I go from something physical, they've created a physical thing, I want them to be able to create and use the body sign they've created for do, and you create a visual representation of the location of the pitch in relation to those they know, because we're going from a physical prep to a visual prep, and that happens right before we get to present. So there you go, guys. That is a second grade lesson. It might not take 30 minutes, but those are 2 pretty major tasks, and that's what I want you guys to do, but with your 3rd and 4th grade lessons. So look, there was work here, and you saw how long it took me, and it took a long time. I've been doing this for kind of a while, so don't be afraid to come and ask for help if you're not sure. If you're like, I don't know what support I'm providing for learners. I don't know what theory that goes with. I don't know what my procedure should be. I don't know how to create this thing. We went through the whole thing. We did, the PowerPoint, the worksheet, all the stuff you would do, looked up the standards. So, it takes a little while, even for somebody who's been at it. So don't skimp on your time and don't wait till the last minute, because y'all know that I can tell. All right, there you go.